Hi, it's Dave from Fox Hollow Kitchen, and this year we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo with a delicious recipe for Tres Leches Cake, only on Baking with Fox Hollow Kitchen. Hello to all my Fox Hollow fam, I'm Dave and welcome to Baking with Fox Hollow Kitchen. This year we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo with a wonderful, delicious Tres Leches cake. It's so simple, so easy to make, and you guys are going to love it. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make a sponge cake. To do that, I'm going to start with 1 cup of flour. And we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and just mix this together real quick in a big bowl, and that ought to do it. And we're going to set this aside for a moment and move on.
Alright Dave, I see you got some eggs in the bowl here.
Yes, I have 5 egg yolks, just the yolks. We're going to use the whites later.
Now is that yolks or yolks?
It's either one.
Haha.
I know you insist on yolks, but it's yolks, either one.
Now something I was going to ask you earlier. What is the difference between baking soda and baking powder?
Okay, well they're both the same thing. Baking soda is just sodium bicarbonate and nothing else. Baking powder has acids and things in it that if you don't have an acidic recipe, it'll still activate the baking soda.
Okay.
Okay, so it depends on what you're using in your recipe.
Alright, okay. Sounds good.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put into my 5 egg yolks, I'm going to put 3/4 cup of sugar.
Okay.
And we're just going to blend this together until we get a bright yellow mixture.
Okay.
I think that's good. We just want to get it till it's pale yellow.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1/3 cup of milk in here.
Okay.
And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And mix this together. Alright, that looks good.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on.
Alrighty, sounds great. Alrighty Dave, I see you got the stand mixer ready to go here. What's going on?
Yeah, this is apparently a 2-mixer recipe. We need the hand mixer for one thing. Stand mixer I'm going to take our 5 egg whites that we saved from earlier.
Okay.
I separated 5 eggs. And we're going to whip these into a meringue.
Okay. Now how do you make a meringue?
You take egg whites and you whip it.
Okay.
And that's it. The stand mixer works really well for this. You can also do it with a hand mixer, but I prefer the stand mixer because it's a lot easier.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to whip it starting at low speed, and then we're going to bump it up to a higher speed and let it go until we get stiff peaks. Alright, now that our meringue is pretty stiff here, we're going to gradually add in another 1/4 cup of sugar. Just a little bit at a time, and keep it going until all our sugar's used up. Okay, now that our meringue is done, we're going to assemble the 3 parts of our sponge cake batter. We're going to move on to that. Okay, so the next thing we have here is our flour mixture. Again, I'm going to take the egg mixture that we made, stir it up a little bit here, make sure it's all stirred up. It does settle a little bit. And then we are going to pour that on top of our flour. Get it all out of here. All that sugar out. And we're just going to stir these together just until it's combined and no more. We don't even want to use the mixer on this. We just want to stir it together till it's combined, till all the flour is wet. And that's it. It's a very loose batter, but it won't be soon. And then we're going to take the meringue that we just made and gently fold it into our cake batter. This takes a little patience because we just want to gently fold it in. We don't want to break all the bubbles. Want a big, airy, fluffy batter. Like I said, it takes a little patience. We're going to very carefully fold this in until it's completely mixed together. I want to make sure I break up all that meringue. And I think we are ready. It's a big fluffy dough, and we're going to move on. Okay, now I have prepared a 13 by 9 inch cake pan with some cooking spray, and I'm going to scoop out my batter into the pan. So this is really fluffy, a lot of air bubbles in it. And then we are going to gently spread this out. There's a little piece of meringue there, but we're going to gently spread this out so that it's nice and flat. And then we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. And then it's ready to go. Now that our cake is cooled completely, I'm just going to poke the top of it with a fork all over.
Do a pokey pokey?
Yes, do pokey pokey.
Now, are you going to go down through the cake or just part way through?
Just part way through. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom of the cake, but we want holes all over it.
Okay.
So this is a little like a poke cake.
Okay.
That you would use Jell-O or something, but we're going to use our milk mixture, which I'm going to make here in a second.
Okay.
And we're just going to poke holes all over it. I think that's good. Make sure we go the whole way to the ends. Okay. We're going to set this aside and make our milk mixture. Okay, so we can't make Tres Leches cake without our leches, so we're going to put milk together in a bowl here. I'm going to start with a 1/4 cup of regular milk. Just a 1/4 cup. A 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, and then a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And this you have to get out with a spatula because it's really sticky. Okay. And then we're just going to whisk this stuff together until it's completely combined. All right, and that's it. We're going to move on. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take our milk mixture and very carefully pour it over the top of our cake and let it soak in there. Just going to let it soak into those fork holes, into our sponge cake, and it should soak it up just like a sponge, of course. All right, and we're going to put this in the fridge and let it chill for at least an hour or overnight. All right, next we're going to make a topping for our cake. I'm going to throw in to our stand mixer 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, or 1 pint.
Now, is that cream or queen?
It's cream. And to that we're going to add 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar.
Okay.
And just a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to whip this with our whisk attachment.
Okay.
And just on low speed at first. Okay, I think we are ready here.
Oh, that looks awesome, Dave.
Yeah, we have a big thing full of whipped cream, and we're gonna get this off of our whisk attachment here and move on to our next step.
Okay, and what is that?
We're gonna frost our cake with it.
All right, sounds great.
All right, our cake looks like it's set up really nicely here in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna take our whipped cream that I just made,
Okay.
and we're gonna spread it over the top of our cake.
Oh, that looks awesome, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Whipped cream is nice and thick. Trying to get it all on here.
Mm-hmm.
That ought to do it. And then we'll just spread this out nice and smooth here.
Yeah, I think you tend to do a better job icing stuff than me, so.
It's all good. Almost done here.
Yeah, like I said, you do it better than what I do.
Get this last corner here done.
Looks great.
Looking good. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon over the top.
Okay.
Just gently. And there you have it.
All right.
Our cake is done. And now for the very best part, the taste test. So let's get a little piece of cake here. That is so moist. Oh man, that is so delicious. And the little bit of cinnamon adds just the right amount. You guys are gonna love it. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, good times and good food only on Baking with Fox Hollow Kitchen. We'll see you soon.
If you like this video or any of our other videos,
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.